New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. We invite you to join our prayer broadcast every day at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Send us your prayer requests or schedule a private prayer session by emailing prayer@ntmedia.org. And now, it's time to pray together.
Hello, folks. Welcome to morning prayer for Monday, November 17th, 2025. My name is Muro. I'm a prayer practitioner here with the New Thought Media Network, and I am honored and delighted because I get to spend time with you in prayer. It's a magnificent way for me to start my day, and I know that it's a magnificent way to contribute to the overall consciousness of the world, because each and every prayer that each and every one of us offers brings something special to this world. So if there is anything that you would like prayer for, by all means, please do let me know. You can either put something into the comments or you can submit a prayer request online. This goes to our entire prayer team. This is at www.ntmedia.org/prayer, because we love to pray. So, get rid of that. There we go. This morning, I wanted to share this with you. This was my morning inspiration. This is based on a quote from Maya Angelou. I'll read the quote in a moment, but this is what I have that precedes it. The road ahead will always have ups and downs and twists and turns, regardless of whether we like it or not. There is no doubt that uncertainty, challenges, and obstacles can change our lives. But we must not allow ourselves to be manipulated by them. And this quote from Maya Angelou nails it perfectly. I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. I love that quote. That is, if I were getting more tattoos, I think I'd probably tattoo that on my arm. Oh, good morning, Mara. It's good to see you as well. I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. All right. Think about ways in which you have been changed by what has happened to you. And I am certain that every single one of us has something in our lives that has changed us. And I would be willing to bet that most of us, many of us at the very least, have had things happen in our lives that have changed us in ways that we would have preferred had not changed us. So I would suggest that you think of ways in which you might have allowed yourself to be manipulated by these outside events. And think of ways in which you might be able to refuse to be limited by them, refuse to be reduced by them. So let's take this into prayer. I'll invite you to close your eyes, soften your gaze, whichever is safe and comfortable for you to do, so that you can be fully present. And as I breathe deeply, allow my in-breath to bring a sense of comfort with the nourishment, and my out-breath to bring a sense of comfort with the release. I recognize that I have within me this incredible mechanism that allows me to bring in a greater sense of goodness, and at the same time to recognize that there are things that do not serve, things that need to be released. It's the way of nature. When we speak of God or Gaia, Allah, whatever term we might use, we can always turn to nature to see how that same force plays out and recognize that we are nature. So as I recognize, especially this time of year, when I see the leaves changing colors and dropping to the ground, I recognize that that change of release is necessary for the tree so that it can absorb the necessary nutrients that it needs and keep them for what will provide its nourishment throughout the long winter. But it does not need the photosynthesis of the leaves to be able to survive. And so it releases the leaves. It holds what it needs, releases what it does not need. I want to be in tune with my nature. My nature is not just what is physical. My nature is also what is divine. And so today, I recognize that regardless of what happens externally, and even to a great degree, regardless of what happens to me physically, I know that my core, I know that my true being is unchanged, that my true being retains and maintains all that I am. So that as I age and I see how my physical body has changed, I know that there are physical limitations, but I also know that I can overcome at least some of them, if not most of them, by changing what I do in my physical life. But more importantly, I think of what it means to me to have these changes. Does it diminish me as a person? Does it diminish me as the beloved of the beloved? Does it diminish me as this unique representation of God's love? And the answer is only if I let it. And so today, in particular, I strive to remember my truth and recognize that while facts might affect my life, my truth is how I can define my experience of life. I can allow myself to shut down. I can allow myself to feel diminished. I can allow myself to feel limited. Or I can allow myself to find new ways of living in this physical world, find new ways of dealing with the things that have brought me a sense of loss, which is real. But to recognize that that sense of loss is often an expression of love. It's often an expression of recognizing something that was wonderful in my life. And of course, when I'm thinking of people, there have been so many people in my lifetime that I have lost. But I have only lost them here on this physical plane. I have never lost them in my heart. I have never lost them in reality, because each of us is connected in the one. Each of us is one with the one. Each of us is eternal. And love is eternal. And so I look at all of this. I see that change is truly the only constant in life, in this physical life. But in my divine life, in my eternal life, in my divinity, that is where I find my constants. That is where I find my truth. That is where I find the truth that overrides all fact. And I hold to that truth. I recognize the power that exists within that truth. I recognize the freedom that is within that truth. And I hold that. I hold that. I hold to it. I am held by it. I allow myself to feel the grace and the strength of the one. I allow the wisdom of the one to provide answers. Because those answers, that strength, all of that lives within me, just as it does within each and every one of us. And so today, I don't sit and mourn the changes, even the losses. What I do instead is I celebrate what I have been able to experience. I celebrate what I can hold in my heart and in my soul. I celebrate the unlimited possibilities afforded to me because of my birthright as a beloved of the beloved. And I celebrate that on behalf of each and every one of us. And I do so in confidence, because I know that this word has gone into the law. And I know that the law always says yes. It is this magnificent mechanism that takes the seed, allows it to grow and to flourish as we care for it. But the seed will never grow anything other than what we have planted. And so today I plant joy. I plant beauty. I plant gratitude. And in doing so, I release this word. I let God. I let go. And so it is. It's good to pray with you too, Muro. Thank you. I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. Yes, Peggy, the law always responds with yes. Good to see you. Peggy Cotton's another magnificent practitioner. You're very welcome, Laurie. I am blessed by the knowledge of all these wonderful people in my life. I am blessed by all of you, because I know, without a doubt, that I am loved. I know that you are loved. And I know that each of us is love itself. All right. So today is Monday. I will see you soon. But until then, by all means, take good care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Namaste.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network, come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings.